We're at Thornton Winery, and this is one of only 2 wineries in the area with sit-down tasting.
All the medals on the wall, you could pay that till San Francisco Don's way. They won so many awards here. You must be very proud of all.
I am very proud, especially from an area that's been lesser known in California, and it's been a lot of fun being a part of getting the area more known and more well known, and really being a part of championing the wines of Temecula Valley. And so, every medal we win is really a victory for all of us here in Temecula.
Right, because Temecula is so young.
Our wine industry here is really in its infancy still. When you compare, Napa Valley started back in the 1800s making
A very
wine.
promising infant, I can say that.
A real good-looking baby.
Very good-looking baby. Also,
Mensa
driving
child.
through the roads here is spectacular.
It is. It's such a beautiful, beautiful valley. And even Southern Californians just don't realize what they have in their backyard. It's such an amazing place.
Well, I hope you get to come here and enjoy some of the wonderful Thornton wines. What we gonna try today, Don?
Well, we've got a few. We've got our brand new release, our 2004 Brut Reserve, which was just released. And then we have, that'll be the
This
first
one?
one. And then we've got our 2008 Sans Oak Chardonnay, which was of course made without oak. And then the final one is our 2006 Estate Syrah, which is our kind of our creme de la creme of our red Rhone varietals, as we were talking about before.
Right.
And Syrah is something I'm most certainly definitely proud of. So.
And something special you do here is you taste in flights.
Yeah,
That's,
and you get this information sheet, correct?
So you can be
Explain.
educated.
Yeah, it's nice because the servers will give you the sheet of different wines, and so as you sit down and choose your flight, you'll get a sheet with all the 4 wines that you are in your flight, some bread and cheese, and so it's a really nice experience.
That is all about wine. Wine is family, friends, and it's a very sensual experience. And as you know more, you can enjoy it more.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I can't wait to taste my fruit.
So, and in case you forget, then you have the information right here.
That's right.
Well,
Cheers.
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 Cheers. Cheers to you too.
It's creamy right away. It has like a buttery creaminess for me. And it's also refreshing.
Flora on the nose.
It's got a lot
Very-
of really nice tropical notes. You get almost immediately a lot of green apple, tropical pineapple.
So just tell the viewers, I don't think you get a tasting like that. We are privileged today. There's nothing more beautiful than seeing those little pearls rising in the glass.
That's right, the tiny bubbles.
You did a good job with your Champenoise method. The bubbles are small and tight.
Well, it's they say the smaller the bubble, the finer the champagne. And the reason being actually is because the smaller the bubble, the softer that the CO2 feels on your palate as you're tasting the wine. And so you're actually able to taste what's there much better than big bubbles like the your traditional Coke, Pepsi.
The color is
Try it
nice.
again.
Yeah.
I also get a tiny bit of pear.
Yeah.
Tiny bit of apple too. Like fresh fruit, like green fruit.
Yep, all those really classical Brut flavors.
You did a good job.
Yeah,
Don.
along with the nice yeastiness, the toasty yeast to it, the creaminess of it. Yeah, it's all those great characteristics of a great champagne.
Great address for champagne lovers, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Put it down, Corina. You don't get to drink anymore. We have to. So we are moving on to our Chardonnay, and you were mentioning the Chardonnay didn't see any oak, correct?
It did not see any oak. This is 100% stainless steel fermented, as well as aged in stainless steel and then bottled fairly early to really retain those fruit characteristics. Most California Chardonnays over the past 15, 20 years have really been made using oak and really utilizing oak in the production of it from start to finish during fermentation, during aging. One of the new trends is to really see Chardonnay for the fruit that it is and see the varietal characteristics of it that are really the nice clean Chardonnay fruit that you don't get to see that are usually masked by oak. It's fun to really see Chardonnay for what it is.
It's nice because you can offer with oak, and it's for more fuller bodied wines, so you can have paired with some heavier sauces and more meaty dishes. And if you have a fresher Chardonnay, you can enjoy it with what type of foods would you recommend that?
Great with cheeses.
Cheeses?
Yeah, I really like with cheeses because it's got that fresh fruit and crispness to it that you don't really find in Chardonnays that have been barrel aged. So
Also for sushi, I think it's great.
Yeah, there you
Yes.
go. Sushi's
Good.
perfect.
Cheers.
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 Oops.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I love that sound.
I do. It's
Fresh, fruity.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's not covered and masked by oak.
It's like an
overly
apple
buttery,
orchard. I
Yeah,
am
I'm getting
wrong.
apple also. Peach,
don't-
nectarine.
Yep, big ripe peach. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a lot lighter, I think, than the oaky Chardonnays for me, but it's a very nice, mellow Chardonnay still.
Yeah.
And
It has a
good
nice
legs too.
acidity. Very nice acidity. I like that on the middle palate.
Yeah.
And it's a lingering aroma. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
I get
color
a-
is beautiful, straw blonde, a little bit more gold.
Mhm.
And on the back of the tongue, I'm getting more stone fruit also. It's coming like in the back. So it's a really nice, well-balanced Chardonnay.
What type of cheese would you eat with this wine?
Probably lighter, more mild cheeses. You know, just because it does have that lighter structure to it. So I would nothing real pungent, nothing like blue cheeses. Yeah, I mean, actually, some of my favorite cheeses are actually Sonoma cheeses. You know, from the Sonoma Cheese Company, the pepper jack.
Or how about like
Yeah.
an apricot Stilton cheese? Would
Yeah,
that go?
Stilton would be really good because Stilton's nice and mild. Yeah. Yeah.
Now I taste the stone fruit characteristic. This wine is still lingering. It's amazing. I always thought that wines were prepared in oak and stay in oak for longer. They have a longer finish, but this wine has an exceptional
Yeah,
long
it stays
finish.
with you.
It really stays with you.
Yep, so last but not least is our 2006 Estate Syrah. And this is a project I started when I first got here, actually, with our Estate Syrah, because it was a lot of people had just planted a little bit of Syrah, not knowing if it was going to do well or not here. And I was a very big proponent of Syrah and said, you know, this is going to
Good.
do fantastic here. So let me show you. You know, it's kind of my philosophy on it. And so everything we did viticulturally to the vineyard was really geared toward making this really fantastic Syrah. Couldn't be happier with it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
On the nose is definitely Syrah. I like surprises, but for me that's very comforting that your Syrah really smell as a Syrah.
You know, that's really my winemaking philosophy, is really that I want the varietal characteristics of the fruit to kind of speak for themselves, and I want the wines to be what they're supposed to be. So many varietals nowadays seem to really cross over, and sometimes it's hard to determine what's what. And, you know, varietal characteristic for me is the first and foremost thing that people should really understand in the wine and see. And I want people to immediately, when they put the glass to the nose, go, oh, that's Chardonnay, or that's Syrah.
No.
Well, it's a beautiful vineyard here.
Yeah.
The whole facility is exquisite. It's like we feel like we would be in Europe.
yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
very European feeling.
It does, doesn't it?
It does. It really. That's the nice part. You walk in and it's just very quiet, but it has an energy here. Maybe from your wine barrels, I don't know, but it does have an energy. But it has a sophistication like a Europe winery. So we are very delighted to be here with you. Thank you so much for all
Thank
your
you.
Thank you.
information.
Delighted to have you.
And we let you back to work so he can make more wonderful Thornton wine.
That's right.
Yes, get back to work now.